Hey people, I have written so many blogs, it's time to turn on my camera. I am very much going between wide awake and going to pass out. I have 25 minutes available on my phone because I have no idea, once again, whoops, it is people. What is happening with the fucking updated backup auto stuff? I think we all know what Liv's trying to say. So every time I go in to try and find my photos and my videos, right, that are meant to be fucking, hold on, let's see if I can tighten this fucker, hey? Oh my god, what am I doing? Probably doing it the wrong way. Sorry, people. That appears to be better. Anyway. It's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a 2 days, if I'm truthfully honest. Yesterday was an emotional day from the energies, the universe, lessons, multiple. Oh, it is like. I laugh because I know myself well enough to know that if I was listening to someone who said, I reckon, even half as much as I do, and I hadn't lived through what I talk about, I would definitely think I was mad. The only reason I'm pretty sure I'm sane is because I have lived through what I've lived through. And everything that I do and follow in my life, which is really all back to the basics of where am I vibrating at? One day, I will figure out a way to help the next person understand what that means. Because thoughts become actions and what you attract, yeah? Law of attraction, things like that. But there's a big gaping hole with the theory that's currently sort of more out there in society, and it's really confusing for me, in all fairness, because I'm living a life that I didn't think was even humanly possible. Like the stuff that I'm going through mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, every other which fucking way I can't even try to imagine to explain it. I'm just sort of going with the flow these days because I'm aware when I'm off track, and I know that I have been. But more in a lesson, learning, fucking so much stuff is coming at me. Like the biggest thing, of course, the second guessing. That happened a lot yesterday, but today it was like the universe literally with like every step all the way through the hospital stuff this morning, just simple things like, and I know I made the doctors and the nurse laugh, yeah, because if you're not someone who's lived through what I've lived through, and I mention and talk about angel numbers, right? There are people who can say confirmation bias, you can see signs and whatever it is that you want to see, and then it basically adds to your belief that you are correct, whereas you can be completely incorrect. I'm a psych student, I know that much. I also know, again, from 7-8 years fucking of literally going within people to try and figure out how it is I ended up where I'm at, because I'm a completely different person to who I was before this started, yeah? And I love who I am most of the time. There are some definite things that I would like to change immediately. I'm working on them. Setting the attention to really focus on the lessons that I was really highly aware of today at the hospital. Like this beautiful man sat down next to me, and immediately upon sitting next to me, because he originally sat in the seat, there was like a seat between us, and he instantly got up and sat next to me. And I've been taking this with me everywhere, all right? Everywhere, people, okay? So this is what I'm trying to prepare myself for. Now, truth be told, as we know, this is my third time doing it, I think. 2020, 2021, 2023, that's now, yeah? Lucky for me, same video for this written assignment as the last time, so that's cool. But, alright, I bought a diary, yeah? And it was like, proper diary, everything I need, blah, blah, blah. Thought it was with me, but it's clearly not. And it was to write all my assignments in, and my dates, and I don't even know what the hell day it is, if I'm honest with you. It's like, if you've been watching along for even a little bit, you will probably all be aware that 9 out of 10 times I pick my camera up and I go to tell you what the date and the time is, and I've absolutely no fucking idea. Right, so, anyway, let's read some stuff. This is where Liv is at, right? And it is currently the 2nd of August, 2023, at something or other time of the night. Let's have a look. 9:22. So there you go. So, my first quiz and my third quiz, right? And first of all, I'm going to say, this is how this is restructured from previous units, yes? So the first assignment was a literature review. I am very happy it's not anymore. So because like exams aren't really exams anymore, because it's open book and it's a whole different thing, yeah, they're not calling them exams anymore. But quizzes, right? But instead of being completely multiple choice, they are now really making sure we're paying fucking attention to what we're doing, and we have to answer short answer questions. Anyway, I truly thought that my quiz, the first one, opened on Monday, which again doesn't make any sense, because the content I need to know for the quiz is weeks 1 to 5, and I'm only in week 4, and week 5 would be next week, which would be odd to be testing us on a week we haven't completed. Do you see how confusing it is to be me? Seriously. Anyway, it's not next week. Hallelujah. Though I am feeling like, I must say, I was feeling pretty fucking confident, given I actually did think it was next week. So to find out it's not actually until the 18th of August that it opens, and then it closes on the 24th of August, right? So you get a week to do it. It's all timed, obviously. So like once you start the quiz, you got to get it done within a certain time. But yeah, anyway, it's all obviously open book and whatnot. And how does it say? Blah, 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 blah. Each quiz will follow the same format and consist of 2 sections. 1, 10 multiple choice questions, 2 questions for each week of content worth 10%, short answer questions covering each week of content worth 20%, 4% per week, right? I really feel like this is my unit, you know? Oh, I've got so many fucking mental illnesses diagnosed to me. You would think I would manage with this unit. I do not want to set myself up for failure and feeling like an absolute fucktard. So I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I will be honest. I have been reading these notes like non-stop, yeah? Like they come everywhere with me, right? And the reason I even picked up the freaking camera, which is funny because I put it in the stand, is because if you've been following along for a while, you may remember back when I thought that I was going to be this amazing student and be so up to date and have learnt all of the content for the units that I already have notes for. Why didn't I do that? What happened there? Somebody want to fill me in? I don't fucking know. Anyway, these notes on my wall, yeah, I've been thinking about them a lot, and I'd be like, I don't pay any attention to them, so they may as well come down. Because I want to. I haven't been able to stop thinking about Andrew's idea, and he was like, go to the reject store, buy a bunch of spray paint, and go nuts. And I'm like, every time I think about that, I'm like, that is what I want to do. But in doing so, I need to take the notes off my hallway down, yeah? And then it hit me last night, and then again this evening, that the notes that I created and spent all those fucking hours, like, look at them. Yeah? Ugh. They're actually for the unit I'm doing. Well, they're technically for the unit I'm doing now and the unit that I did in trimester 2 last year. But, like, trimester 2 last year, my best friend died. So, what are you going to do, you know? But this is my fucking hallway, yeah? Alright? I had really good intentions when I did this, okay? But that's where we go. But anyway, my point being, I've started actually paying fucking attention, yeah? Because I'm realizing that I am absorbing this information. But it can be quite tricky. Like the diathesis stress model in comparison to the gene environmental reciprocal model, very fucking similar. Just like two little things that change it. But they change it in a way that I either get the question right or I get the fucking question wrong. You know what I mean? I have very much become aware or been reminded that I've been aware of this in the past. But it tends to be that when I fuck shit up and then I relearn it like the correct way, it actually stays with me a lot more, you know? Like, let's have a look. The criteria defining a psychological disorder, psychological dysfunction, distress or impairment, and atypical response. You know what? Because there's a sea of these notes on my walls, I'm kind of taking the ones, like, a few at a time, to place in places like, say, for example, the ones on my kitchen bench are gonna go on my pantry door, because I like food, and it's definitely a place I see a lot. And yeah, I don't know. It's the first time in a long time I can honestly say I'm feeling good about uni. You know? Not to set myself up there, blah blah blah, whatever. But I really feel like out of all of the units in my degree, and there's 24 units in a fucking university undergrad degree, I have done a double major. So I've got 10 core psychology units, 8 core philosophy units, that's my major. I did have to start my degree on the associate's degree because I never actually graduated high school. Because my grades were really high in my first year, which I did full-time, ironically enough, I was able to transfer immediately into the bachelor's. And yeah, so close to being done. And yeah, I'm really just going on the fact that I live with so much absolute fucking bullshit. Reading about it, learning about it, reading the actual DSM, all of it's just, I don't know, it's making me feel like I'm maybe as smart as my friends say I am, which I completely dismiss and then diminish every time because, well, let's face it, my ego is a ugh. And she doesn't necessarily agree that I'm ever doing enough, but you know what? I fucking am. I'm absolutely going between waves of wide awake and I'm going to crash. The only thing different in my life today is the hospital, stress tests, fucking radioactive dye. It's been a day. Yeah, it's been a day. But I have nothing on tomorrow except the reminders that I've put in my phone. And I will set the alarm for maybe 7:15. Compromise between 7 and 7:30. And yeah, like I said, I've set the intention. Basically setting an intention, if you're not aware, is you just sort of sit within yourself and you sort of just breathe deeply and peacefully and you just literally say, and in my case I was like, I set the intention that I'm going to wake up remembering how good my life truly is and how amazing I feel when I do actually work and achieve things that I'm passionate about. Yep, my doctors have all confirmed all the bullshit that I live with, especially the ADHD, is going to make my life difficult. I'm pretty sure all of you probably know I'm used to difficult, but I'm rising above it and I'm feeling proud, and that's a good place to feel. You know, I'm feeling loved and happy and wanted and cared for, and oh, I just want to hug my sister more than I fucking realize until this moment. But yeah, I really do. If you see this, I fucking love you and I want to hug you. While I'm at it, Mr. X, if you see this, I fucking love you and I want to hug you too. I'm gonna go now. My arm feels like it's gonna fall off. I've made so many written posts and, well, the first blog was like 25 seconds, so I guess 19 minutes and, 4 or 5 seconds is probably somewhat better, but yeah, I'm feeling good. Like I said, got all my notes, stick them in places where I will definitely be seeing them, for example. And obviously they're all on the full way because they're all wanted and needed, but I'm just going to put particular ones depending on what week content I'm at in different places. Mix it up a bit. But yeah, like I said, I'm very much going between wide awake and absolutely crashing. And I made some toast, which I think I'll just reheat. Put some Marmite on my toast and stick these up and go to sleep. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really, really fucking good. And that's the perfect note to end it on. It is 9:35, 2nd of August 2023. I am Liv. I'm coming in from Melbourne, Australia. And I want to send all of you love and tell you all you are fucking wanted, needed, and loved in this world, okay? I fucking promise, alright? Until then, until tomorrow, love to everyone. Good night.